Hi, I'm Holly Shutt with Pheasants Forever and Quail Forever in Iowa, and today we are going to be talking about how to site prep your area for native grass and wildflower seeding. The field that I am standing in was a brome field prior to this, and it was mowed in August, so we have you mow it down in August, allowing about 3 to 4 inches of regrowth on that brome. And then in mid-September, you're going to use Roundup or glyphosate-like product on that brome to kill it. And then again, next spring, there will be regrowth that comes up out of that field, and you will hit it again with Roundup in April or May, kind of depending on the weather. Once that green up gets back up to 3 to 4 inches, you'll hit it again with Roundup. And then that area should be ready to plant in June. Now, we do 2 rounds of chemical application because brome can be pretty stubborn and hard to kill, so those 2 applications are really important. And the most important thing for a new seeding is making sure that we get adequate and good site prep. That will be the largest thing that will help that seeding establish well within the first couple of years.
Hi, I'm Lisa Lauk, the District Forester with the Iowa DNR, and I'm standing in the same field that Holly Shutt was just standing in talking about a prairie seeding. And as the forester, if I wanted the trees to go in a field like this, you would actually do the exact same prep that Holly had mentioned, which is the late summer mow, the early fall Roundup broadcast, and then letting it regrow into the next growing season of the spring and doing another broadcast of Roundup or glyphosate over the entire field. Now, if we were going to put this into trees instead of prairie, you would do all those steps just the same, and after that second Roundup application, you would actually come in here and drill in or hand seed in some rye or timothy, perennial rye or timothy. Both grasses are non-clump forming and non-competitive and not going to compete with our newly planted trees that we're going to put in. And then near the same time of that grass seeding, you're going to physically put the trees in the ground in rows that are going to be 8 to 10 feet apart on centers. And then you're going to spray an herbicide of a Roundup and maybe a simazine or something that has some pre-emergent and post-emergent qualities to it for both broadleaves and grasses that would be sprayed with the Roundup at the time of the trees being planted to provide weed control throughout the first growing season. And then you would be mowing the newly planted rye and timothy in between the tree rows. And that would take you through your first year of tree planting and